impacted by this ruling, Paul?
Yeah, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee are the 4 states that fall under the U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals jurisdiction. And the Sixth Circuit is the first federal appeals court, that has rejected the notion that a ban on same-sex marriage is unconstitutional. And so that being the case, a lot of people look at this as this is going to be automatically going toward the Supreme Court now. That's not necessarily the case. Of course, we all know that the U.S. Supreme Court makes a decision about any case and decides how to handle it going forward. So when it comes to this Sixth Circuit case, one of 2 things could happen now. The first being that the entire Sixth Circuit panel could hear it, and that's an en banc hearing. So nearly every judge would sit down and they would review the case again. Or the case could go to the U.S. Supreme Court. Now, Governor Snyder has also weighed in on this issue, releasing a statement that said, "When I became governor, I took an oath to support and defend our state constitution without exceptions. My obligation to carry out the oath is not a matter of personal preference." The U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld the language in our state's constitution. This means there's no change in Michigan's marriage laws. As I previously stated, the same-sex couples who married at county clerk offices during the period of the federal court judge's ruling were legally married. But now that the appeals court has decided, he says this decision can only be changed if the appeals court ruling is overturned.
My gosh. I mean, this is so stunning for so many people, so unexpected. And now people are sort of scrambling, trying to figure out what is going to happen next, and we just don't know. Yeah,
there's a lot of uncertainty because in these cases, when the court decided back in October not to hear these gay marriage cases, it was because there was consensus among the federal courts. And now there is no longer consensus among all the courts. And that is going to be one of the determining factors whether the Supreme Court takes this case.
And could it be the case from Michigan involving the children of a same-sex couple, the one that goes to the Supreme Court? Could that be the one that they decide the whole thing on?
Yeah, entirely possible. Now, it's important to remember, April DeBoer and Jane Rouse, a lesbian couple from the Metro Detroit area, initially brought the case on the basis that they wanted to adopt each other's children. And that case was initially rejected by the federal district court. And it was suggested to them that they not make the challenge on that grounds, but on the grounds that Michigan's gay marriage ban was unconstitutional. So that was kind of a strange suggestion by the court, kind of redirecting the argument toward that. So there was a 9-day trial. The judge ruled in favor of Rouse and DeBoer, and that's how we got to the Sixth Circuit.
Interesting. More to come for sure.
Thanks, Paul. A midday shooting